All right. So now we have completed our post service. Now on the UI side, if you remember, we had a profile page. So now we'll work on that profiles service. Let's close all the tabs, and in service, maybe we can call it profile service or users. Let's call it user service. User service. Inside this, we are going to have what all method we need. We need first, we have a functionality to change the profile picture, profile photo, right? We'll say public async task API result, and we'll say change photo async. This is the method. We should get a iPhone file of photo and the current user ID. Current user ID. After this, we have uh, my posts and bookmarked posts, right? These two things. For this public async task API, not API result, we don't need this here. We'll say post DTO, array of post DTO, get my post, that will get user posts async. It will get, say, start index, page size, and current user ID. And let's make a copy of this. Then we'll say get user bookmarked post async. So these three things we need in this service. Let's register this service in a program.cs, a transient user service. All right. Now for change photo async, let's start working. So first we need to get the user from the database. So we'll say var user equals, we need to inject our data context. Data context will use this private read only data context underscore context. Now here await underscore context dot users dot find async, and here we can provide our current user ID. Then we'll quickly check if user is not null. That means we'll say if user is null, we'll simply return from here. We'll say API result dot fail, user not found. Now if that's not the case, we need to upload the file from this photo, right? So we need the same method we have in our auth service. Now these methods this method is getting repeated, right? So for upload and change photo, we'll use the same method, same path. And for post photo, we are going to have a different path, but all the logic and everything will be same. So it's better to have this in some centralized place. So in the services folder only, let me create a new service. Let's say photo upload service. Photo upload service.cs. All right. Here we are going to have a method public async task, and it returns these two things, right? Photo path and photo URL. We'll say upload, or let's say save photo async. Here I need iPhone file. This is the first thing. Then for saving the user photo, we don't need user ID, but for the post, we need user ID, right? In the URL structure. So let's do this, because only change is these the folder structure. So what we can do in this photo upload service, we will get params of the params string folder paths, something like this. Okay, so we can provide comma separated folder path. So we'll provide these upload image users like this. All right, now let's copy this entire thing here, paste it. So we need web host environment and we need configuration. So we'll say ctor constructor I web host environment. So web host environment, then we'll need I configuration. Let's have these two private read only fields here. Let's use underscore. And now we are good with this thing. Now we just need to use these folder paths for this thing. All right. So here in path.combine, let's see after this thing, web root path, comma, we have params string paths. So that means we can actually directly provide these folder paths, but it needs params directly. So what we can do, maybe, can we do this? No, right? Okay, no problem. Let's see what others we have. Param string path, read only span, path 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and param string array of paths. So using this, what we can do, we'll simply say this thing, web root path, and then dot dot folder paths. So here what we are doing, we are passing an array to this string array, which has first element as this web root path, and then we are spreading the elements from this folder path. So it will be equivalent to this thing, comma, 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 and all. All right. Now we are here, we came here for this thing, generating the photo URL. We need slash separated folder paths inside this thing. Okay. So here we can say simply folder paths, or let's string.join join by slash comma these folder paths. Now this is equivalent to this thing. So we have domain URL slash, then whatever we found in this folder paths, we simply did upload slash images slash users, and at the very end again slash and then new photo name. So these two things are equivalent. We can remove these things now. Now this service is ready. Photo upload service. Let's go to the program.cs. We'll add it. So add transient like this. Save it. And then we can inject this service in our auth service first. We'll do one by one. Then I guess we don't need configuration and I web host environment. There's no need for these two things. We'll say photo upload service, photo upload service. We'll remove these two things, configuration and web host environment. All right. And then we will get rid of the save photo async method entirely, but we need these three things: uploads, images, users. Let's first use this, then we'll remove this method. So here we are saying save user photo async. Instead of this, we'll say photo upload service dot save photo async. Here, first thing we need photo iPhone file. Then we need params string folder paths, the complete path. So here we'll have this uploads, images, and users like this. And now we are good. It should be equivalent. Then we can remove this method from. Save it and we are good. Alright. Let's go to post service. In this also we are using similar kind of thing. So we don't need configuration and web host environments. Let's remove these two things. Remove from here. We'll have photo upload service. Photo upload service underscore photo upload service. Then we are going to use this photo upload service in our save post async. Here we'll say photo upload service dot save photo async, and we'll provide dto.photo as a first parameter, and then the path. So the path we need uploads, images, users, user ID, and post. This is the entire path. So we'll get it and we'll pass these comma separated things here. Cool. We can copy this thing. We are using it at one more place right here. And now we are good. Now we can get rid of this method. Save everything and we are good. Now we can come to user service and we can use that thing here. We'll say try catch. Alright. Here we'll return API result dot fail ex dot message. And inside this try block, we are trying to change the photo. So we'll see if we already have some photo. If we have that photo, we'll delete it at the very end after uploading the new photo and updating the database. Then we'll delete that existing photo. So that means we need to have that existing photo somewhere. So here we'll say var existing photo equals user.photo path. Let's say existing photo path. Right now, first thing, we'll save this new photo. For this, we'll say var, or we can directly use the approach we are using in auth service, directly uploading this. Or let's do these 4 lines. Photo path, photo URL, photo upload service. That means we need to inject photo upload service. So we are copied correcting. Photo upload service underscore photo upload service. Uploads images users. This is fine. Photo path, photo URL. Let's directly modify these using this value tuple assignment. Then we are updating the user, then we are saving the changes. After saving the changes, we'll check. If not, string dot is null or white space or is null or empty, this existing photo path is null or white space existing photo path, and this file physically exists. File dot exists is existing photo path. Then we are going to delete this file. So we'll say file.delete existing photo path. Now we are good. After doing all this, we'll return API result dot success, and we can return the new photo URL from here. Right? So let's do this. Instead of API result, this will return API result of string. API result string. From here we'll pass now user.photo URL, so that on the UI we can update the photo URL directly. Cool. So change photo async method is ready now. Now we are here on get user post and get user bookmark post async. Now for this also the UI is going to be same as the main home page. That means we will have the same get posts method, similar kind of method. So we will have post DTO array, and it will have the post information with that is liked and is bookmarked flags. Right? So that means we need to have the similar kind of complex query. So we will reuse our SP, or we'll go to our SP route only, store procedure we have created, right? So we'll go to that route only. So in API project, data, migrations, we have this create as proc get posts. So we will reuse this thing. So let's copy this Now the name is going to be different and this query will be slightly different. For this, let's go and generate a new migration first. Empty migration, then we'll add this thing here. There, add migration. We'll say get user posts and bookmark posts. Okay, sp or as proc. Name is up to you. So we are adding the migration API, yes. Build failed, something is not right, yes. The thing which is not right, we have these two methods. Let's quickly do this. Return, let's say default, and return default for now. We'll provide body. Build started, build failed. Again, let's quickly see what is the error now. So we'll say API project. Let's build the API project. Underscore configuration. We need for generate JWT token in our auth service. That means we need to inject configuration. So I configuration. I thought we are using it just for the photo. We need to add it back in our auth service. All right, now it should be good. Let's try adding the migration again. And what is happening? Let's wait for it. We can't do anything. It took a while, but it added this. We have this empty migration now. Now let's copy the thing which we have in our previous migration. Paste this stored procedure here and this down method as well. Drop stored procedure. Now first thing, let's rename this. So let's say get user posts. This is going to be the name of the stored procedure. Now inside this, if we check, we have everything. This is what we need. But we need all these things for this specific user, this current user ID only. So here, after everything, after all joins, okay, before order by, we will add a where clause. So where p.user id equals current user id. Current user id, let me copy this because we don't have IntelliSense here. Alright, so save it. This is for get user post. No need to change anything else, and everything else is same. Cool. Now let's create the store procedure for bookmark post as well in here only. So I'm going to copy this migration builder.sql. We can have as many calls as we want, as we need with this migration builder. So here we'll say get user bookmarked posts. This is going to be same. And from here we will remove this user id. We should remove, or we should have this thing, this condition slightly different. So because we are saying users bookmark post, that means it should be p.user id, right? If that is inside this bookmarks, then we'll do this. Save it. I think this is fine. We'll see. Duplicate this thing, this drop, and we'll copy this store procedure. Now we are good with our migration for these two store procedures. All right. Now let's go to the post service and copy this code. Go to the user service and just paste this for both of these places. And we'll just change the name of the store procedures now. Get user posts. This is for get user posts. And second one is get user bookmark posts. Get user bookmark post. Save it. And user service, we already registered it, right? User service, yes. And with this, our user service is also ready. Now quickly try to rebuild or build the API project so that we'll see that everything is building. And let's try to run this again so that it updates the database migrations, and we can see there is no error in running the migration, and we are good. Here if we can see, it tried to run these migrations, it created these store procedures for us. Great. So with this, I think we are done with our API layer, whatever we were thinking, what we can have right now, everything is fine. Now after this, we will be building our API endpoints. Then we'll go to the UI client side. There we are going to use Refit client to make calls to the API. Then we'll work on all the UIs. And we will be coming back to this service layer to check and fix if we see any runtime issues. And after finishing the UI part, then we'll come back to this API for our SignalR real-time updates. That is the plan. Okay, cool.